Good morning, we're back on the road. We're headed to Venice. And we just got on the highway here in Florence, but when we got on the toll road, right ahead of us entered a motorcycle. And he grabbed his ticket, so the thing went up, so we went through, and then it didn't go back down, and we couldn't get a ticket. So now we don't have a ticket, which I'm pretty sure is how we get out on the other side. So I don't know how we're gonna figure that out, but I guess we'll figure that out when we get there. Oh dang, we're in a tunnel. I have to hold my breath. Now I can't take a breath. Okay, today we're gonna cross the Apennine Mountains, the second largest mountain range in Italy. And there's all kinds of tunnels, so we're hyped. Hold your breath. 3, 2, 1. We got another one. I really like digging holes in Europe. Nice. Beautiful forests. We just came out of a 6-minute tunnel.
It was crazy.
Long tunnel. Look at this. The beautiful Apennines.
It's gorgeous. It's fall.
Preston is still holding his breath. There's no sign of light at the end. Oh, maybe a little glimpse. He's starting to turn blue. He's getting bluer. Three, 2, 1. Breathe.
That was a good one.
Quick, we're going in another tunnel.
Breathe a lot.
Look at all those gas prices. We're just leaving the city of Bologna.
That's a bunch of bologna.
We didn't buy any bologna though. We should have.
Purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee.
We're crossing the Po River, Italy's longest river. That's kind of fun.
Roman traditions.
Look, we can already see the Alps.
Architecture. The
Snow-capped
famous
peaks.
5 onion-shaped lands and domes.
As we learn about the places we're going.
So this
Mom can't stop laughing. we went to pay the ticket, and I told Dad to say no o bigliete, which means I don't have a ticket. And what did you say to Ed? He said no o bibliota. So then the attendant responded, "Where are you from?" in English. And now it's 10 minutes later, and Mom's just cracking up thinking about it. We checked into our hotel here in Mestre, and look! We got a view of the Alps looking north. That is very nice. We're on the 8th floor. And
Up high and you can see things.
so Preston's happy. And now we're going to take a bus from right there at that bus stop to Venice. Woohoo! Over there somewhere. I did a silly. We were going down from our room to catch the bus to Venice. And I was running down the stairs and I rolled my ankle and I heard it pop. And look. It's kind of fat. Update. We looked at it. Looks pretty swollen, huh? We put some ice on it. Put a brace on it. And now we're on the bus to Venice. Now I'm slower than Mom and Dad. We're crossing the Adriatic Sea. Look at that. Look at that. Look at us taking a water taxi through Venice. So Venice is this city that's built on a bunch of wooden pegs just like this. I don't think those ones are wooden though. Basically, when the Western Roman Empire was falling around the 5th century AD, a lot of Germanic tribes from the north, from like Germany, Poland, France area, were attacking a lot of people around here in Italy. So the nearby cities kind of ran into this lagoon where the water's shallow. And in order to be hidden, they basically just drove a bunch of wooden pegs into the mud, and they built stone on top of it and turned it into a city. And so the wooden pegs are still there. They're still original because they're under the water. They're not exposed to oxygen, so they just petrify. Very cool. There's like stairs that just go down into the water. They make it look like it's just flooded, but it's always been like this for 1400, 1500 years. We're in the Grand Canal. There's the Rialto Bridge, the first bridge that was built across here. We learned this morning that they drove 12,000 wooden pegs into the ground in order to build this stone bridge across. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Built in like the 1400s, 1500s. I'm not sure, I'll check. Now we're getting close to the end of the Grand Canal, coming up on St. Mark's Square, St. Mark's Basilica over here soon. Okay, now we're in a bigger lagoon. There it is. There's St. Mark's Square. We're pulling up on it. I'll let you know how it looks over there, if I can walk. Okay, here we have it. St. Mark's Basilica, where the remains of Mark are. The guy who wrote one of the Gospels.
Yes. And that's the square. This isn't.
That's the square over there. And this is its clock tower. We're gonna go up it, right, Dad?
Yeah, no, you're not.
Mom.
Preston just hurt himself, and Preston's not going anywhere because he can barely walk.
Preston is invincible. Okay, now we're in the middle of St. Mark's Square. Very famous. World famous, even. Surrounded by the Procurati.
What's up?
Just in Venice. A lot of birds around here. They're hungry for my swollen ankle.
Okay, well, let's find you a place to sit down and eat.
You want to go there? There?
Eu tenho muito fome. Our meal in Venice. Look at that. Thumbs up from Dad, some tortellini. Some pizza. Cute little alleyway. Just bought some stickers from right there. Oh yeah. Some classic Venice blown glass. Very cool. So I mentioned earlier how this city was founded. But then basically, years later, as it grew, it started to become a really important hub for trade. And so basically, coming into the medieval times, like the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th century, the Venetians had like a monopoly on trade. It was kind of like the clashing point between the fallen Roman Empire and the Eastern Muslim nations and the Western tribes of France and Germany and England. Everyone kind of came to Venice. That's where you got on a boat and went and traded stuff. And so this city became very powerful, but then kind of fell off when they got too many people. And the waste and lack of water became a problem. So it kind of stopped growing. And new trade routes were found, especially in the Americas, other ways around Africa. So Venice kind of fell off as soon as people started getting better at making bigger boats. But it has a lot of history, this city. Just walking through the streets, walk up onto a bridge, and there's a canal to the side. So fun. There's the Rialto Bridge. Made it over here. Very cute looking at night. Look, we got on our gondola. There it is, the Rialto Bridge from 1591.
Nowadays it's part of a theater, it's called the Mali Brand Theater.
Look how dark it is in here on the little canals. The Flowers. Going under bridges by restaurants. Very nice.
Look how fun this is.
Well, I can't get my head through. You want to see my belly? Isn't that nice?
That's great.
Totally looks like my belly.
I'll take a bite out of it like an apple.
No, I have to break it in half.
Mom loves dipping her hard-boiled eggs.
They're better when they're wet.
Good news, my ankle healed overnight. And that, kids, is why you eat dairy. Look, snow in Italy. Oh my gosh. Guys, this mountain is gonna make me do something.